Chris, you're going to need the little thingy that makes USB go into your Apple.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
I got that.
Okay.
So you can have the easy cheese. Someone watch the angle.
Yeah.
Oh, the dangle?
Can you turn yours off?
It is. Well, I thought it was.
It's fine. I see your feet.
Let's try that.
I gotta wait for it to stop. Broadcast interrupted.
Yeah, it should be Chris's now.
Alright, so this needs to sit behind the computer.
It's like one of those dumb mazes.
Well, then don't.
Well, I want to get up and get water.
You can move that
No.
cord. That cord is just sitting there.
You will be water free for the duration of our
Hell
podcast.
no!
And you just take the
Hell
jug
no.
with you, honey.
So all the things that have the camera card and the little bits, those are all in here now. Because that is the adapter for USB to the computer.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, there, I see it.
Well, the shower is where we store electronics these days.
Oh no. We're live.
That is a better.
Good angle?
better
Oh, yeah.
angle,
Actually, well done, Chris.
Alright, computer is plugged into the audio source.
Sorry, not sorry. We can stop this and say this not
No.
people.
It's already taped.
No, it's okay because now we say,
We're working on it.
ladies and gentlemen, we will be live with a live podcast in just a few minutes.
Just a few minutes.
We are still setting up. Live from the opening race. What the heck is the name of this?
2018 series, the Shine Country Classic at Barber Motorsports Park.
What am I?
Woo!
Yeah, that.
That.
You can never woo enough.
You can woo enough, but you can't woo enough.
Hello.
Trust the juggalos.
Whoa. Don't confuse juggalos with rednecks.
No, juggalos are mostly Midwest, right?
Check.
Rednecks are my people.
Yeah, I know. You've made that very clear.
Yeah, and we're not juggalos.
I know. I'm not confusing the two. One says woo, one says woo woo. Rednecks like pickup trucks, juggalos like Pontiac Grand Prix.
That alone delineates us as being much superior people. One is really good and useful during a zombie apocalypse. The other one, you're going to shoot them, even if there isn't a zombie apocalypse, just because they deserve
I
it.
will say the
Check.
GM 3800 is good at running when nothing else will. So I'll give it that.
It's all good. What about the Buick 3800?
It's good at running when
Gets it
nothing
running
else
when
will.
nothing else does.
That's why it's good for zombie apocalypse.
That's right.
That's why the TR continues to exist, even though it's broken itself.
Even though it is
Somebody,
hella terrible.
Judge Phil asked where the TR was.
Yes.
In hell, where it belongs.
Chris, I'd like to test your recording and then listen to it
Yeah, that's a smart
on your
one.
laptop.
Somebody tell me something funny.
No, we're all just going to go. We're going to hit record, and we're all just going to say test.
That didn't work
And
last
when I
time.
say it's ready, it's ready. No, then we're going to play it off the laptop into my headphones.
Okay. What?
Actually, it worked wonderful at Chris and Christy's house, didn't it?
That is true.
That is
because I had because we didn't say test.
I got
we
rid
all
of the
just
stuff.
we all just made the noise that we normally make.
Yeah.
Am I plugging in? Oh, plugging with the stuff.
Into this, snowflake. Headphones into the snowflake.
That's my beer, dude.
Oh, headphones in the snow.
Yours?
Yes,
It's my beer.
I don't have one.
I'm
Well,
You're
that
not
sorry.
using
sucks
it.
to
You'll
be
never hear
you.
that.
Could you plug me in the
Well,
stuff
Jeff's right
like
behind
this?
the.
Thank you so much, Chrissy.
Jeff has the fridge behind him. He could help us out.
No.
Or not.
That's right.
Thanks.
Beer Delivery Panda will be here soon.
We have to tell beer.
All right, I actually heard that.
I hear you. I hear you wonderfully.
Did I hear beer delivery panda?
He said here.
Oh, beer delivery panda lives in our hearts.
That's one. Does the other?
They're crossed over.
Okay.
See if I get it right.
This should be Chris.
Right.
Is that Chris?
What?
Yes.
I'm not sure,
Hello?
Chris.
Huh.
Does it work?
Yes.
I'm hearing you.
Can you not hear your headphones?
I can't really hear myself.
Dude,
That's actually
you're not
better.
plugged
We got a
No, I
perfect.
am. I'm plugged into this.
No. You shouldn't hear yourself. It's a perfect volume when you don't hear yourself.
I hear myself now.
You're not picking yourself, but please give me crap about
You're plugged into the snowflake, right, Chris?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Don't hear yourself. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you great.
That's fine.
I
sound
have my
great.
noise canceling headphones on, so
Then they're not
Oh, you know what it's
then
doing?
they're not working.
Your voice is being canceled.
No, because
No.
No,
I
because
don't
it,
have no.
because it
'cause I
hears
don't
it
have
from
noise.
the outside.
No, that's not it.
No. There's science behind this. It's a reverse wave.
Jeff, I'm going to stop you. I can't hear me. I have no noise canceling headphones. It's the way the software is working.
you know what? Don't worry about it. It's good because I can't hear Chrissy that well, so I'm satisfied.
You can't dig up. Don't even.
What?
No.
I can hear everybody fine.
Great.
So can I.
So
Now,
we're ready to
can,
go.
Can
Let's
we
go.
all be heard on Facebook Live?
No idea, because I unplugged that.
Jeff, what do you mean with this computer? Like you
Open up and start recording.
okay. Audacity?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep, just like we're going to do Audacity.
It's like we're going to do Audacity.
Okay. Everyone, don't put your phones very close to your mic.
Okay.
Okay. It's a nice song.
Yes.
Okay, here's Audacity.
You've got your copy to read for Extreme Experience?
It's in there.
Look at my phone go.
Where did you what?
Phone.
It's
my
hanging on the
phone's
wall.
there. So I have no show notes.
No, you're going to look after that
Okay,
together.
perfect.
That was your plan,
Yeah.
actually.
Where's my phone?
Hit the little, not like the bar thing that says monitor here. It's over there. It's down. It's all the numbers. Little down, little down, little down.
Little down, little down.
The one that said click to start
Yes.
monitoring that I did.
Is
I'm
it
gonna be
monitor?
using
Monitoring.
those
Hello, hello,
Yeah, you're good, Jeff.
No, it does not do anything.
hello, hello. Yes, make sure.
It should have something
Yes,
there.
yes.
Are we supposed to be
Are you going
recording
in the right
first to make
place?
that happen, or not so much?
USB audio codec.
What?
Hello, hello.
It's not working.
Jesus.
Totes, Jesus. So these are the originals. Where's the spicy Jesus?
Okay.
I'm-
Oh, what's
I'm unplugging and replugging.
okay? Well, click start monitoring. Nope.
Hello, hello.
There's nothing there.
Here's what we did last time, right?
Liquor bowl sandwiches.
If it doesn't work, come back to liquor bowl sandwiches.
Wait, right?
Check out the microphone. Yo,
That needs to be the title of this episode.
Yo.
Live from
Everyone else
Liquor
shut
Bowl
up and turn
Sandwiches.
everything off.
It's there.
Hello? Hello? Alright, so it's getting audio from all of us.
Yeah, it's
okay.
not going into.
But input is internal microphone, should be USB.
Live from
output,
Liquor Bowl Sandwiches.
which is nothing.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, right now it is taking, when we had this from the internal mic, like just
It's taking
something
it from
here,
that.
that's working, but that's not right. So somehow this is not giving it a sound source.
You know,
Have you you're plugged in?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
we're all gone.
check, check,
No, we're not.
We're plugged
check,
in.
check. Now we're there.
What? Okay, yep.
Check.
Turn it up.
Check.
Up.
Ooh, hey.
Up a little more. Mental laugh. Laugh into your microphone like you mean it. Okay, that's about right.
Yep.
We'll go
Ouch.
to that one.
Ouch.
Okay.
Turn your volume down.
I can turn the headphones down because I had to crank the main volume
Okay.
all the way up.
Okay, so now we have that set. Okay. Let's look at this one. Let's go full screen. Okay, core audio, yep. USB audio codec. Nothing.
Did it say click to monitor?
It does not say that. That's not.
Yes.
It has not said that yet.
Yo. Yeah.
Oh, do we have the Lemons Rally results?
No.
No, we'll just say what we know.
Because I know
Dave Mills
nothing.
one second.
Someone. This is where Apollo came in first. Dave Mills came in second.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then we'll just talk about some of the fantastic cars.
that's a great idea.
So many things.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
The women, now unemployed, are taking a final stand on social media. Treat us like whores.
Okay, closer.
What's up? What do you
No,
need?
Okay, look, it's monitoring.
Right now monitoring.
Mental, laugh loud. Like laugh. That's about right.
I have his mic at like
2.
7.
Turn down.
Like no 4.
At like
We're
a
at like
4.
7. She's at like 10.
Okay.
You're
And I'm
at
going to try
9.
to
We need you like
enunciate
at a
this
2.
evening. Although I'm
Thank
going to be
you.
thirsty because I have no drink because
It is
Christy
there.
took my brown ale.
No, I did
And
not.
Jeff has the other beers right behind him, and he does not want to get one for me.
I will get one for you.
Why you not?
I'll even take it
Quick,
back.
because
Gregor!
once we get started, man, we don't
That's
edit.
fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, special guest,
I'm a listener.
Gregor.
Okay, good.
We take listener
Go sit
feedback.
over there.
Go sit over
No,
there.
can we get a chair here?
No,
No.
that's why I said go sit over there.
Here.
Wait, we were like, this is
Gregor knows how to work computers.
Craigers knows how to not break the computers,
Yeah,
man.
that's about right.
We had
There
the
we
wrong
go.
cheese.
There we go. There we go.
I know. I agree. Oh, he, ha ha ha.
Come on,
This is-
Craggers.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm
That's fine.
trying. I'm trying.
We're
I'm
making
trying.
tuck under and wire.
There you
Man
go.
in a dress here. Oh, okay.
It's an action skirt.
Everyone relax.
It's an action figure.
There you go.
kind of like an action.
Let that drape over your naked knees.
Okay, so
Yes.
he's gonna hand you his microphone
Reach
and
up
literally
there.
just be prepared to talk about your team and what you do.
Reach up there and
Fair
give me the
enough.
red headphones.
And also, we want to hear
he
your
can't.
feedback.
He has no.
As a listener.
Yes, especially especially you and Kurt have both provided us feedback today.
Yes, we have.
I think you can give us that honest feedback.
And then remind Kurt that
Hello,
since he's
hello,
being a
can you hear
bitch,
it
we
there?
had to feed you.
Yes.
You want to hear through the
Oh,
headphones.
perfect.
You don't want to worry about what
That's
you can
great.
hear.
That's great. Yes.
That's good. Das ist very
And
good.
our Cheez-Its are provided by a listener,
Carl Applegate.
Carl Applegate,
Carl
provided
Applegate.
us with Cheez-Its.
And
Oh.
Schlipping Tires Beer. Our associate sponsor is also Schlipping
Yeah,
Tires
I
Beer.
want to have the Cheez-Its
Oh,
available.
oh, oh.
That's fine, you can have that beer. Okay, so
Hang on 2
are we
seconds while I
actually
get
even
drink.
close, right?
Just
Yeah.
you
So,
drink.
so you can participate.
Oh.
And then you may have to hit the record button on there. We don't really know how this
where the
works.
fuck
This
is
not
the
the
ma-
software usually used.
And by the way, wave to the camera because we're on Facebook Live.
Yeah, we are broadcasting Facebook Live.
Where's the camera? I don't
See
see.
the icon?
Oh, there it is.
That
Hey.
high-tech phone, that high-tech
the one
attachment.
duct taped to the wall.
That's glorious.
Because
Because
we are,
that's lemons.
we are professionals.
We
Yes,
are.
yes.
We are
Have
pros.
some melons in your back.
I
I'll
would
give
like
you
to
some.
mention that I'm about to update Hella Sweet or But Terrible,
Oh dear.
but you're not to read it out loud
Fine.
until we get there.
Understood.
Ah.
Shut that off.
I would like to also mention that Jeff has a degree in radio broadcasting,
I'm pretty sure all the listeners know that at this point.
Yes. Jeff
but
has
we
been-
need to remind them.
Greg, what did that you say?
That all the listeners know that Jeff has a degree in radio broadcasting.
We're not recording yet. What a
Right.
shame.
I love it.
That's how we need to open that. Open
People
this
are
episode.
jealous. People are
You need to
jealous.
open this episode.
I'm
with
sure
Craig.
they are.
I know.
Craigers, what was that again? That's how we open this episode.
Didn't people ask how to get on the show?
You just walk in the
All you have to
fucking...
do is just walk
You just
in.
walk like a fucking R&B.
Oh, wait.
I think, well, that might be a question we ask.
Oh, you have glasses.
He's an old man, of course he gets glasses. So, at
Okay,
some point,
you have glasses every episode, so
yours are in your purse, which are in there. Which
these
none of
are
us can
just
get to except
readers.
Jeff.
Here, would you like these?
I can get them.
These are
Okay, in
readers.
Chrissy's purse.
Just
Yes.
so I can read.
No, just, Jeff will go get yours.
Yeah, I can get them.
Okay, in Chrissy's purse.
It's purple case.
So this is actually what happens in the
Except by
hours before every
Except
podcast.
No, no, no. Here's how it goes. This is actually how it goes.
either
Chris
that
and
or
I
eating
get on.
easy
On the floor,
cheese.
right next to the wall.
Chris and I
Purple.
get on the
Purple.
computer.
No, it's purple.
We talk for about 20 minutes about nothing because Chrissy's at a
Purple.
park and recreation meeting.
Wait.
Only
So
Chrissy
that's what
runs
it
it.
talks.
On the
That's what
floor.
happens.
I talk a little.
Chrissy shows up, then Jeff is late and he's eating a bowl of spaghetti.
Oh, that's
He
glorious.
ate spaghetti once.
I'm usually eating.
Yes.
It's just not always
It's
spaghetti.
dinner
Oh,
time.
glasses.
Okay.
Yay.
Everyone can feel free to read ahead to Hella Sweet or But
Alright.
Terrible. Just don't write. You can adjust. Just don't speak.
I'm going to take the Extreme Experience plug this week if that's all right.
That's fine.
Open it.
I'm not going to change the color.
I chose it, yeah.
It's fine.
Great.
Okay, cool.
Okay, do we know what we're doing?
So how do we work this?
Do I just hit the record?
Yeah,
I don't
record.
know.
Oh shit, we still got the big
Oh,
news.
no,
flash
no,
here.
no, no. Oh,
We're recording.
what?
Fantastic.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
So,
Wait,
Gregor,
we're not ready. Stop.
It's fine. We're ready.
We need
No,
to...
no, no.
Gregors, tell us what you
I
want
can
to say.
I can edit. So
Okay.
No,
We
we
don't
don't
edit.
edit.
Wait.
Turn
What was
off.
I saying again?
Turn
I
off.
don't know.
Hold on.
Okay, hit
you need...
stop.
Do we do
you don't need to hit stop. I can just edit.
No, we'll just do another. We don't edit.
Wait, we stopped.
Yeah, I
so,
know.
there you go. This, by
Okay.
the way, this trackpad's way more sensitive than my MacBook.
Sorry.
You need to X out of it, or it will just continue on this.
No,
No,
no.
right down here.
That one.
There's a little
Right.
X right there.
Everybody's
That
got the
Yep.
listener feedback already?
I have none.
I have
Okay.
some that well, Craigers has some.
Craigers-
Craigers, we'll
Craigers-
start with
Remind me what my
Craigers.
listener
We'll start with
feedback was,
Craigers
just so
listener
I don't
feedback.
fuck it up good.
We'll start with Craigers listener feedback and then off we go.
Yes. Okay. I can do
Only
that
if
one.
that is really how you feel.
Oh my God.
Then,
yes.
then you gotta say
Or
it.
at least you can provide it as Kurt M.
Kurt
provided-
M. Yes.
Okay.
Because that is actually.
And that is how Kurt M. actually feels.
Yes, it's exactly how
Right.
he feels.
I'm sorry. I want to see who our one listener is.
Doesn't matter. Stop
It
it.
does.
All right, are we ready?
We have one listener on the
Jeff
Facebook.
Block.
Facebook
Jeff
Live.
Block.
Hi.
What up, Jeff? Speedy Cop, yo!
Sorry, not sorry.
He's literally sitting in his bed in his hotel room going,
The,
Dorks.
the most important thing as a listener that you never hear is when I play the intro song and go, "Can you all hear that?"
As a repeat
so
listener, I
too
wonder
long.
what the hell is going on.
It's not usually like this. It's usually directly out of my iPad into the system.
I
President,
don't
though.
believe you
which
at
is
all.
which has failed miserably. So the last most successful episodes,
Has been
it's
this.
been this because my speaker goes
Battery low.
battery
battery.
is low.
All right, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Wait, I got headphones.
Are you sure
I
we're
should
ready?
Put some headphones.
Doesn't matter. Hit record.
Hit record.
It doesn't
I
matter if
hit
we're ready.
record.
It doesn't matter.
if we're ready or not.
It doesn't
Look at
matter.
that.
We're
Just
ready. We're ready.
We are making blue waves, everyone.
Yeah, hit the button.
hey, just play the song, Jeff.
Louder. Louder.
No, not working.
No, no.
Hit all the buttons.
There we go.
Welcome to Everyone Racers, a podcast designed for the world of low-dollar racing and oddball car culture. Whatever kind of LeChump or track dog you run, SCCA or NASA, we won't discriminate. We even think you Drifto Hella Flush guys are alright, as long as you drive it hard and built it yourself. Join us each week for our tech discussion, tips, tricks, news and notes from the world of low buck racing, and if my iPad stays open, ah!
And if you can handle it, Chrissy will give you just the tip.
I'll be your pit marshal. My name is Jeff. Everyone report to the
A
paddock.
little late. This is Chris.
This is Chris.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm mental.
And we are Everyone Racers. Thanks for coming back. This is episode 21. I don't know how that happened. So we can officially drink now. And we
No.
Facebook Live.
And
Click,
I
click.
would like to mention that we are drinking from our newest sponsor, Schlipping Tire Beer. So exclusive, they can't even sell it to themselves. Schlipping Tire Beer here at Barber this weekend. So
And-
follow them on social media.
We also have our own special guest. We have a listener feedback live. We have the very famous Craigers from Terminally Confused. Craigers, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks. So Craigers will have some good live listener feedback for us later, as well as feedback on our driving on track, which is even more exciting. Hey, I'm not sure how I feel about that, but hey, we're here for
against
you,
us, so
listeners.
we're
That's okay.
That's
so,
right.
So let's start off with what you're working on, Jeff. What are you working on?
All right, so I have been working on Bert.
Yay!
Um,
They really are so happy to hear that.
Yeah, so Bert, did we mention where we are and that we're racing to the
Well,
podcast?
we can give some background. We are live at Barber Motorsports Park at the inaugural event of the 2018 London season. I think if anyone had listened last week, they know where
I
we
knew
are.
that. I know.
But we're going to
it's
pick
nice
up
to
a
talk
lot
about
of we're getting a lot of new listeners this week, and so now they're driving back from this very event because
And
they're
they're one-time listeners. I was like, this isn't going to work that well. So that's where we are. We are currently sitting in Mental's RV after having fixed all our cars, after racing all day, after having dinner, after packing for the rain. And then Craigers just didn't have anywhere else to go, so that's why he's here.
Eating a sandwich, we fed him a sandwich, and it's like, oh.
It's all good.
But we're happy to have it.
Oh, we're thrilled to have Craigers.
And like you mentioned, it's kind of odd that we're feeding Craigers because normally it's always the other way around.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So what am I working on?
Keep going, Jeff.
I have been working on the car that I'm racing, which is Bert. We all know what Bert is. I don't need to re-explain that again. So they are here. There is one guy who has raced with Bert consistently
For years.
years. Jason, we love you, Jason. You're great, but he has not ever run a team himself, and he is not head wrench. So there has been some support from me making sure all the wrenching gets done.
Well, Bert has had a very good, solid team for years and years and years, but they've all drifted apart. So it's not the same core support they've always had.
Exactly.
So it depends on who from the original team is around that week as to their knowledge of the car. And they each have their own skill set, the same way we all do. And so Jason's a very, very good driver, but he's not usually the hand mechanic, for example. Yeah, what's up?
Well, now, aside from a couple of mechanical issues, Bert's doing pretty well, though.
Bert's doing great.
And we'll
So
talk.
I'll get to that.
We'll
I'll get
talk
to
about
that.
it in the main topic.
So I'm
yeah.
just going to say that there was some brake issues, there was an exhaust leak, and there was an oil change. I would like to mention that we took off the track pads. They were what were they? They
Hawks.
were Hawks. They were
Of
Hawk
some variety. We know what
HP4s, I believe, according to the box.
Wagner quiet style.
And
No, they
I
both
put
used
on a set of even worse. CarQuest
Duralast?
Organic. That was the name of them. Organic. It wasn't, the ceramics were not available.
You know what else is organic? Leaves.
Wood is there. So I will
Essentially, you put some wooden brake pads on the back of Bert.
So
Okay,
so
got
here's
it.
the quick explanation.
I can't wait to
At
race
Road
behind this car
Atlanta.
tomorrow.
No, that's only in the
in
back.
front of it.
Only the back, it's okay.
Only the back. So we put a new set of race pads in the front because we had some, and in the back, they changed the rear brakes with the new Hawks in the middle of Road Atlanta. So they have gotten 2 days of racing out of a set of race brake pads in the rear. I said, how long do they usually last? He's a year or so. So in one race, 2 racing days, they have eaten them out to the backing plates.
They've eaten them out that much?
Yes, they
Just checking.
destroyed them.
Got it. Sorry, that's for Justin.
Just
Oh,
no. So the brake adjuster. The brake adjuster.
No, it's fine. We didn't.
I'm still telling the story.
Sorry.
We didn't stop you.
You know how long ago I got lost and I don't care?
I know. The brake adjuster was way biased to the rear, and no one knows who touched it. It has been fixed. So the Wagner Quip brake
Duralast wooden brake
Organics
pads
will hopefully last a little bit more tomorrow.
So
Okay.
our sabotage plan worked.
It worked when his team did tank
Except they
slapper.
were, yes. Drivers doing tank slappers is not actually the sabotage plan, but it worked out quite well.
well.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
Mental, what are you working on?
So as I mentioned that Liz is a great car until she goes into Fussy Liz mode, which she's in Fussy Liz mode. So right now the fuel pump went out, so we replaced that, and then we noticed that it was wonky in a corner, so we replaced the lower control arm. We got that all buttoned up, and then that's when we noticed that the wheel bearing was bad. So we got the wheel bearing replaced on it, and now the upper tie rod is bad. So in replacing the upper tie rod, they stripped the bolt. So as we speak, Jerry is wandering the paddock trying to find somebody with a tap and die set to fix the bolt for the upper tie rod so they can put it all back together and get it sucked up for the rain. So Liz will be out tomorrow because basically we got one stint in today.
And who drove that one stint, Metal?
Oh, that would be me.
So are you going to
wait,
let your teammates
And
drive tomorrow?
I think which one of the people in this room passed you today during your one stint? I don't want
No,
to
and that's fine. Because if you're introducing this level of trash talk, hey, everyone here who, during their stint, had a top 3 raise their hand. Oh, that would just be Chrissy. Yes, you did pass me. You did
Oh,
pass
wait.
me. You did pass me.
Top 5. Keep your hand up. Top 10.
There you go.
Whose hand is not up yet?
Mental.
Wait.
Or Craigers.
Let's keep going. Top 15.
Oh no.
Craig?
Oh,
Top
no.
20.
Oh,
Right here.
no.
Suck
oh,
it.
no.
Top 20. All right.
Very briefly.
All right,
Very
all right,
briefly.
all right,
Very
all right.
briefly.
Mental's hand good enough.
Get to 50
So-
and I can hold my hand.
Okay, there you go.
50 and I can hold my
There you
hand.
go. Thank you.
Like,
Got it.
how many cars in this race?
We don't know.
We have
80.
90.
No, it was
91.
because we started out in 76 and Jerry looked it up there at like 84. That started. So.
Okay, so, all right, so Mental, you're done.
They are still wrenching as we speak, right?
They are.
Well, you kept working on things and kept finding more. Like you said, well, it's this bushing. Oh, let's replace these lower control arms. Oh, well, we put those on, but now this wheel bearing is terrible. Okay, well, we fix that. Oh, well, look, now the wheel still moves. Chris, what's this? I was like, well, that's your inner tie rod. Well, crap. Okay, let's go get another one. Fortunately, it's a Thunderbird, so like the parts
Then
are
you rolled
around.
your ball bearings around.
That's
Yes,
a
there
wheel
are
bearing.
ball
Well,
bearings
the
everywhere.
ones that were round, and then there were the ones that were pointy, and those didn't roll very well.
That's hence why it didn't work well. It didn't roll that well. Okay,
It didn't roll that well.
Chris, what you working on?
I got us here and did stuff to the car. I've been working on Hamza's car. Hamza brought the car mostly ready. And today we drove it. It was great. Except it wasn't. The brakes were a little weird. Like you'd step about 3/4 of the way down to the pedal.
Well, you started on Friday too. You started sorting this thing on Friday.
Yeah, we would try to sort the brake problems for all weekend. So the problem was the brakes. You could press them 2/3 of the way down, and then you would get pedal. But it was consistently that way. But even when you're early on the pedal, you'd get some brakes, but not a lot of brakes. So we would do what we had to do to get the brakes. We tried new rotors. We tried taking everything apart. We tried cleaning the mating surfaces. We tried all kinds of things. And eventually what we found the problem was, I mean, should this be in our main topic? Is this what I'm looking at?
Yes. No. This is repair.
This is repair.
We're going to talk about driving when we get to the main topic.
Okay. So the repair part is we found that there was a spring that was not installed correctly that walked back the left rear pad or the caliper every single time because the spring was wrong. It was pushing the caliper back. So every time you step on the brakes, the first half of the pedal travel was reseating that left rear caliper, and because the left rear and right front are on the same circuit, you wouldn't have those brakes. So that's why the left front locked up first every single time.
So I was in the right seat at one point.
Yeah.
And I said, this corner is diving.
Yeah.
There's something going on here.
Yeah. So that's how we got it to work and worked fine. And so eventually, by fixing that spring, all of a sudden it worked great. And the reason we figured it out, we took all the wheels off, and John Heflin and I were doing a walk around the car.
John Heflin,
Amazing.
Mercedes expert.
Oh yeah.
No, just
He looks at the BMWs like he's very humble. He's like, I don't know about these BMWs, but he
Then
does.
he's magic.
Right, he does. So John, we were looking at it, and I grabbed the brake pad, and I go, I said, wow, there's a big gap there. Ding, 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 ding. Like you can shake the brake pad. I could ding, 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 ding. I could almost remove the
One
pad.
show a night, Chrissy. We've had this
I
conversation.
know. I could almost remove the pad. There was enough room. That's how far it was pushing back. Just because
Yeah.
the spring was not wrong, and the spring was loading this caliper, and that was it.
Yes,
So,
we gotcha.
And that was the difference.
Flip the spring, all better.
Put the spring on the right way, and suddenly we have great pedal.
Chrissy, you're up.
I can't wait. I'm so excited
I know.
for great brakes. I had, I knew the brakes were bad, but we had a good job. Okay. So my deal today, I really like to cook. I don't like to cook. I like to be warm. Yesterday was stupid cold. So it was stupid cold, and today was a little bit better. So really, I cooked dinner.
Keep talking.
And
Keep going.
breakfast and lunch.
Keep going.
Keep talking.
I know.
You cooked
Keep
breakfast
talking.
and lunch.
Talk loud.
I know I cook breakfast. Come on.
Yeah, you did.
It's great. So I really like to, I just like to be inside. So I cook all the food because I like to have food and give everybody.
Everyone likes food.
Awesome. Is that it? Craig, what you working on?
Oh my. Yeah.
You're done? All right.
That's all it's Cousin Chrissy knows.
I said, are you done?
Craig, please tell us what you're working on.
Sure, I feel like I've cut Chrissy off, but I'll continue on.
You're
No.
just like everybody else on the show.
So after 4 black flags for my team, and we got
Wait. How many?
4 black flags. I set some toe, and I found a loose toe adjuster. And yeah, the Del Sol was just having an unfortunate day. Everybody was having problems driving it, so we got the toe set, we got the toe adjuster set, and we're gonna go see what happens tomorrow in the rain and the slip with a driver that spun. It'll be fun.
Well, how many times did the driver spin?
The driver that's going out in the morning spun once. Let's see. I went 4 off, and the other driver spun twice.
I happened to see that driver spin one of those times, and when they spun, they kept spinning.
She was not 4 in. Or 2 in. Excuse me. 2 in.
How do you
She was. 4 in. Well, see, you have to use both hands.
Plus your hands,
No.
right?
Yeah,
One's
no.
your. Never mind.
No, so she. We have.
I'm curious what that 4th one is.
Right now.
Yeah.
You have to wear a kilt to use that one. Oh well,
That's
yes.
only
Yes,
that's only
yes.
the Krager's option.
For
is the
those who
4-in.
don't know, is the folks there? They always wear. I call it an action kilt. What is it called?
Utila kilt. Is the brand.
Utila kilt. Utila kilt.
I like action kilt though.
Action kilt, because
Action kilt.
basically it's you, Kurt, and Mary Harris all wear the
Yes.
Utila kilts.
Yes.
Like they
Yeah.
have like tools attached to them. These are actually pretty dope. Actually.
Like a machete.
I can hold. I mean, a 6-pack of beer and a machete. Yes. Yes.
So you're ready for anything at that point.
Absolutely.
Got it. Okay. Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, news and notes time.
News and notes.
This is all about Chrissy.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, I need my notes. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, so my notes. So last week, we talked about Bird Girls.
And the week
Bird
before,
Girls.
and the week before.
Right. No, so this
is a
this is my
reoccurring theme.
soapbox, right?
Reoccurring
This
thing.
is Sorry. Last week we talked about how Bird Girls are gone. We were so excited, and now
Whoa!
they're out of a job. So the women now employed are all taking one final stand on social media, and they are.
Because they're all Instagram
Right, so
models.
they're now all out of a job. And they're sad. And so they're... I'm sorry?
I was just asking to interject. Usually when I hear people complaining about jobs, it's, they're going to take her job.
They took our jobs!
They
Right.
took our jobs!
This sounds a little different in pitch and tone and in enunciation than that.
Hi.
Oh
They're
my
taking
God.
our jobs.
They took our jobs.
I'm a
They took our
Formula One
jobs.
grid girl.
Oh my God.
Taking their jobs. Okay.
What about
They're
all
taking
my,
her
What
jobs.
about all my
So
spandex?
somebody
And her
said
guns.
The political correctness is going on.
Oh my
This
God,
one
political
bird girl
correctness is
said
gone
it's
mad.
ridiculous that women who say they're fighting for their women's rights are saying what others should do and what shouldn't do. This is dumb.
We're fully aware it's dumb.
Okay. So somebody said that one of the girls was concerned that she said if one of the girls she did grid work and promotion modding, she wouldn't be where she is now in this male-dominated sport, and she now does stunt driving and is a competitive driver, and she thinks that she should have been what she did is better, and now she's going to now she doesn't have a job. And
How does... Can I interject a question? Because you read the article and I didn't. How does wearing hot pants in a grid holding a flag
That's all I'm saying.
get you into
That's
stunt
all
driving?
I'm saying.
so apparently she knew a lot about cars, and she was really trying to promote the cars. I'm not trying to promote them. I think Bird Girls are ridiculous. I am really just trying to say Bird Girls went, and then they came back, and then they came back.
Now they're complaining they're taking her
They're
jobs.
taking our jobs! So you know what doesn't have grid girls? The Lemons Retreat from Moscow
I
rally.
thought you were going to say Chrissy's mom.
There you go.
You know what? And while we're there, you know who is absolutely empowering to women and an inspiration to women everywhere? Chrissy's
Chrissy's
mom.
mom.
All right.
We love
Yes,
Chrissy's mom.
yeah,
Hi,
we love
Chrissy's
Chrissy's mom.
mom.
Hi, Chrissy's mom. But no, so
And Chrissy's whole family, because they're all listeners.
Actually, they are. Hi, Jen. Hi, Olive. Yeah, hi. And Jen,
Joe,
we're
Chrissy's
rocking.
dad. Hey, Chrissy's dad.
Chrissy's dad.
Jen, we're rocking your awesome sign on
Sorry.
Facebook
Just
Live.
wasn't watching.
So, but we had the Lemons Rally, and it terminated here last night.
Terminated is a bad word.
That's a terrible.
That is absolutely a terrible word. So,
Triumph,
so their
triumph
final
here.
goal,
The one
their
part
final
is here.
goal here, their final goal was
Concluded.
here. Concluded is a good one. So, but now,
Victorized.
I got here late, but you guys were all up the rally. Chris, what was actually? Just stop this. Craig,
Oh,
Craig, what was a couple of your favorite cars from the Lemons Retreat from Moscow rally?
I'll be perfectly honest with you.
You can go.
I didn't look at this.
Oh.
Fair enough. Get off the mic. Oh, God, Chris, you were up there. Chris, what was a couple of your
All right,
favorite things?
there were so many good ones.
Really
the
good
ones I can
ones.
think of. First off, I think one of my favorites was what Carl Applegate, our longtime listener and friend, and provider of these delicious Cheez-Its and Easy Cheese that we are
Delicious.
snacking on.
Carl,
He has a
Right.
you
cheese
rock
whiz.
to your skeletal core.
Yep, and I have definitely had Easy Cheese on my Cheez-Its this evening, and I thought it was flying too close to the sun, but if that's the case, bring it
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Icarus.
I understand
Fly,
why Icarus
fly.
died.
Yeah.
He died happy because he had Cheez-Its
Apparently he didn't
and
try one.
smoked cheese whiz.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's,
Yes.
Now, we found the sharp cheddar Easy Cheese better than the American
And
Easy Cheese.
the
On the hot and spicy
the hot and
cheeses,
spicy
which is
cheeses
really
is
the only way to go. Only way
Anyway,
to go.
Carl has this ridiculous 1950-something Chevy that was his dad's. It's got a
Yes.
it's got a 350 and a T10 4-speed. They did a clutch this morning, like started 8 o'clock, and they had the clutch done like 11 o'clock. He rolls up, he's like, "Yeah, we just did a clutch."
Okay.
Okay, great. Like they're obviously far better mechanics than I am. and
That
they-
truck is so cool.
Oh, it's so cool.
Wait,
and
which is theirs? The truck.
The
Oh,
ancient-
the
They were here.
50s
They
truck.
were
with the ridiculous.
I had no
patina.
idea that was
Yeah, that's
Carl's.
Carl's.
Yeah,
Good
follow
job
him on
out there, Carl.
follow him on Instagram at Baltimoreon.
Yeah, Baltimoreon.
He
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
So that is an excellent car. And there was I think now Jeff, I'm not going to steal your one, the Eagle.
Yeah, that's right.
But I'll give a shout out to the Saab 9000
Saab
Aero
9000, yeah.
because that
I
was
knew
one of my
one
favorite
your
rally
favorites.
cars. Was the
I
Saab
missed
9000
that
Turbo.
one. He was gone before I got
And
here.
it was a wonderful car.
Oh,
We had 4
they
people, we had
walked through.
luggage, and the
Wow.
air conditioning worked, and we got 32 miles per gallon going 85 miles an hour everywhere.
Yep.
And it was wonderful.
Until the gas tank fell out.
Until the gas tank fell on the ground. Yeah, it totally just fell on the ground. We fixed it with
Duct
ratchet
tape.
straps and duct
Straps.
tape. And I drove it all the way back to Pennsylvania that way. And then I drove it to work for a while. That
Didn't
way.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sell
What
it with
was-
ratchet
what
straps?
No,
was-
I eventually replaced them because
What was the
straps were
quote?
cheap.
What was the quote when we were building the ratchet straps on that?
I was trying to figure out how to get the ratchet strap from dragging to the ground because there's always the tail, and I'm like looping back and forth, and I'm like I could band it with duct tape and blah blah. Mental comes over and goes, "Why don't you tie a knot in it?" And I look up and I go,
That is not remotely how that goes.
Exactly, I said it. So why don't you tie a knot in it? And I said, listen here.
Wait, if I say it one more time, does it get more southern the
Yes,
third time I
yes.
tell you that's not what I said?
Listen, Sonny. Listen, boy. Why don't you tie a knot in it? And I looked up and I looked at Chris because Chris was under the car with me, and I said,
And there goes the E.
No,
I
you
didn't say that.
did not complete it.
And my
And I
dad
said-
and my
and I
dad
said-
stops listening.
Sorry,
Oh,
sorry,
no.
sorry, Mental's
Sorry,
dad.
Mental's dad.
And I said- I look up and I go, listen, I'm an Eagle Scout, I'm a rock climber, and a sailor. I don't need some jerk off who rides the back of a plane for a living, telling me to tie a knot in it. Go away. And he walked away and I go, Chris, let's tie a knot.
You know what we didn't do
Anyway.
though? We didn't tie a knot. We just duct taped the hell out of it.
It was
That's good
that was
enough.
Either way.
a gorgeous bit of duct tape. That
It
was like a
was, it was.
collaborative duct tape
Pictures.
effort.
Amazing.
All right.
All right, so
Chrissy, what was your favorite car from the Lemons Rally?
Oh, I
Just
walked-
pick one.
I
Just
know.
pick one.
The short bus. I have a
Short
I have a-
bus.
I have
That
a
was- it
short
was-
bus.
it was pretty dope.
I owned a short bus, so I have a
No.
Rode on one, all.
Hey, I'm right here, Jeff. Just stop.
Mental drives the short bus.
That's what I meant.
no, but like
That's
I
why
owned
Mental's
a
so
short
comfortable
bus.
in a helmet.
It's like fine. I like short buses.
That's cool.
Okay.
No, because they
Menzel,
had a thing.
What's your favorite?
All right, I got to give a shout out to Steph and that super awesome Continental hearse that they had. But honestly, my favorite, and I'm trying to talk him into selling it to me, is Speedy Cop and the diesel powered Plymouth Satellite. Because I had an old 300D, I love it, and I love Plymouth Satellites. It's just cool. Drive it to work, and anger Plymouth purist and anger Mercedes purist. It will be beautiful every day.
All right.
And Jeff, yours?
You know what? I wasn't actually going to pick the Eagle.
Really?
It wasn't a wagon.
Apparently Steve McDaniels has already called dibs on the Eagle.
Long roof for life.
Yeah. So long roof for life, absolutely. But so the Eagle is fantastic.
GDO man! Welcome to Everyone Racers.
Oh, thank you. It's very good to be here.
I did not come here to join podcasts. I came here to bring Johan to join
So cute. You guys talked about make circles on track.
Go to Facebook. Literally search for GDO man.
don't.
Follow him on Facebook. It's fantastic.
That is an awesome.
Why are you talking into small penis in hand?
Well, this can only go well.
Listen, here goes our E.
It's like very thick, this thing.
It's like
It's
Johan,
thicker than you're used to.
It's
like
with portobello on top.
It's
That's
like-
what it is.
it's like penis but smaller, but you're talking
don't
to it.
normally just talking to me. So
I am brain surgeon.
my lips on it?
Close. Lips close.
Lips close.
Enunciate.
I'm sorry.
Enunciate.
In the world of lemons, as like as the GDO man. I drive the superior vehicle. It's a 1973 super exclamation point Beetle. Is that okay to say on this
Whatever.
radio?
We already lost the E.
We're it's not for everyone then. Okay.
This is just like anal fisting.
Yeah, let's get in a little
I'm getting an email
Count
from
on the boy
vapors.
from New
I'm gonna
Jersey
get an
to
email
call
from
the
my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Chrissy's mom, stop listening now.
So, yes,
Hey, come on
stop
and ruin the
listening
podcast.
15
Come on, I'm
seconds.
like, oh no.
So Mr. Yeoman,
Bring it to Yeoman.
that is a
like a grenade.
fantastic jacket. That
That's
looks
what I
like
said,
it's
like,
your
I'm
skin.
trying to ruin it. I'm
It's
really
Skin, what is that?
some
done.
very
Oh my
sexy,
Oh, it's
feral.
sexy.
It's probably feral.
It's definitely been shot.
And then I'm wearing layers. So underneath,
And underneath is this velvet smoking jacket.
what is it? It's transparent.
Who cares?
Because
You've got a Johan on
I'm
the
a
mic.
classic guy.
Very classy.
Well, he is the epitome of a gentleman racer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because pocket square.
Pocket square. A fuchsia?
Fuchsia
Pocket
That
square?
might be Vermilion.
Vermilion, yes. In
Probably.
a
Because he has the word million in it.
chocolate brown velvet smoking
How did
jacket.
you do today?
When we
They
well,
actually do a racing.
it's complicated.
There's like a million racers. Lemon,
Like your car.
PWR.
We set fast lap of 157, which is like
And they were supposed
top
to talk
10
about
fastest laps.
157
You
is
did a
about a million.
157.
Oh no, what if
That's amazing.
No, we had one
I'm
crazy
ready to fuck up your
animal.
shit.
Great.
No, I brought a Yoda.
It doesn't even have a name.
Did you shoot it to make your jacket?
It comes out the cage.
Definitely
It's
flooded
like
everything. Once they saw you come in, they're like, okay.
It was
We're
like,
done.
like raw meat on dashboard. You drive until you get to raw meat. And then you can have it. And so, I mean, this guy's animal, alright? And he's animal.
I thought you would feed him liquor ball sandwiches.
Yes, the first
Liquor ball comes after, if you know what I mean.
That's not till track goes cold. Then you can have liquor ball sandwiches.
I think he was mentioning when the sun goes
Things
down,
get hot.
and then liquor ball sandwiches.
Yeah, liquor ball sandwiches are afterwards.
Wow, this is completely fallen off the rails.
All right, so no, and this is a great time.
It's
I
a great
did
way
this
to-
to you.
Yeah.
I did this
It's a
to you all.
beautiful thing to be
I
in
brought
this
you over.
radio program with you.
Well, we appreciate you
Thank you.
joining us.
Yes,
Thank you for coming. Thank you
absolutely.
for joining us.
All right, everybody.
Mr. Yo Man.
Thank you to the
So,
GDO
Yo Man,
man.
you're fantastic. Your
GD
jacket
Yo
is
Man.
fantastic. I'm
No,
very
Yoda
good.
Man.
That's fantastic. I was like,
You am the man.
Yo, I'm the man.
And in the most awkward segue in podcast history, I'd like to say, if you enjoyed that great story, why not go make a story of your own? Because Extreme Experience puts you in the driver's seat of some of the world's best supercars.
You're
Over
gonna
20
segue into
racetracks,
that?
Coast to coast. No speed limits, no shifting restrictions, and no governor.
Brought to you by Nabisco.
And no panties required. They let you run panty free. Stop.
Head over to xxspeed.com and choose your
Did I
supercar.
tell you
Find
about
a
my
race
new
track
line
near
of
you,
no mix
and
thongs?
start making a story of your own. They've got 7 models of exotic supercars to choose from, 20 plus racetracks, and a year-round location in New Orleans, Louisiana. Where
Podcast ruined. Achievement
We ruined the whole
Professional
podcast.
instructors
Excellent work.
Like myself, Chris,
You
or
guys
Jeff,
is welcome.
in the car with you, helping you explore the car's limits and learn how to drive the racing line. Save 25% when you use the code EveryoneRacers at xxspeed.com. Book it up today. And when I was a full-time instructor with Extreme Experience, my personal discount wasn't even that good. It's Extreme Experience. It's your turn.
Question.
But your dick was bigger.
Oh my god.
Question.
Would you seriously stop?
I'm sure GD Yo Man's favorite car for that would be the Porsche 911 GT3. because
Absolutely.
It is so
GD
similar
Yo Man.
to the 73 Volkswagen Super Beetle.
It's
Super
like evolution.
exclamation
Yeah.
point.
It is
Evolution.
absolutely because they borrowed your Beetle when they designed the GT3.
Because
in
who
order
come
to-
up with dry sump? We do.
Exactly.
Your sump run dry. Everybody got a dry sump.
So, Mental, just to check, we are sure that's 25% and not
I-
$25?
It is 25%. I emailed it twice because I'm a little annoyed that my discount wasn't that good.
I had a moment
Act
of
now.
panic as I was reading
Wait
it
a
last
minute,
week,
man.
going,
How can I get
Seriously,
you must have mean $25.
No, 25%.
25%.
25%.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yes.
So,
So it's time for listener feedback.
Listener
And actually,
feedback
yeah,
time.
we are
Listener
live.
feedback.
Live
Live
listener
listener
feedback.
feedback.
Holy
Now,
crap.
Craigers is going to give listener feedback, but it's not from Craigers. It's from a different listener, but Craigers is going to provide it. So, Craigers, please.
Oh yes. So Curtis, he thinks Jeff is great.
Kurt
That
M.
was a legitimate
Kurt M.
sponsor.
He
Shut the
thinks
hell up.
Jeff is great. He thinks Chrissy is great. He thinks Chris is great.
sorry.
He thinks we need to stuff
Except for the disco
Twinkies in
comic. I
Mental's
made
mouth.
no shit about your sponsor.
he'll listen later.
yo-
He'll listen later.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mental needs Twinkies shoved in his mouth to keep him quiet.
That's the listener
That's a
feedback.
listener feedback. And it's from Kurt M, so that you know who it's from.
He delivers the.
Crap. I can't beat him up unless I hit him with my truck.
From
I
behind.
have to hit him
From
twice. I have to
behind.
back up over.
From behind.
Yeah. And then I'll say then he's still just going to be nice and let me keep
No,
hitting him until
no,
he gets
then
tired.
he's just going to be mean.
No, he's never going to be mean. He's incapable of being mean.
I believe there was a Facebook message.
There was. We
Do
had
you
a.
have
We had,
it?
I do. Give me
If your
a.
name is
give me
Ross.
I will
separate-
give
So-
some other listener feedback.
So
while
Aaron
you're done.
Hoff wished us all good luck at Barber this weekend, which apparently worked for all of you, but not us. Not us on the.
Well, hey, you got a good full stint, too.
Yeah, that's true. So sorry I could not join you guys. The Toyota production engineering team is there. And I'll just say hello, which we did last night. We went by and had fun with those guys. Loves the podcast. Keep it up. When all of you pass the Corolla Wooding wagon with the orange surfboard, please don't hit it too much because the contact paper keeps all that rust together. Looks forward to hearing tonight's podcast that we're recording live as I watch the GDO man squirt cheese right into his mouth. So awesome. So, hey, Aaron, Thank you so much for the listener feedback. Jeff, you've got some listener
I
feedback.
totally apologize.
Actually, I
didn't
don't.
realize
I
this
was
was
going to
live.
give some, but you got it.
Who just
Carl.
spit
Oh,
cheese?
Carl.
Carl.
Totally did not realize this was
Carl.
He
live.
was hanging out with us.
I was hanging out with
Can't
Carl
take you
Applegate.
anywhere.
So Carl Applegate, the lovely
I was hoping to
presenter
be
of our
edited
Cheez-Its
out.
and cheese. I saw him
Jesus
from.
and cheese
Oh,
ways together.
no.
Because he don't play.
Easy
Easy cheese.
Not
Whatever. I don't know. He said the podcast is fantastic.
She's what? She's it.
He said, Jeff,
Cheese
you
is
sound great. Mental needs to back up just a little bit.
Carl, you knew what you were getting into when you subscribed to the podcast.
Wait, are we sensing a theme
I'm
here?
saying, I don't know.
Maybe if our
So that's mental.
resonate with
No.
No,
No.
it won't.
No.
He's had too
No.
much tequila tonight.
Listener feedback, are we done?
Yeah, we're
All
done.
right.
Next.
Main topic. This is news from the race. We're going to talk about what happened, what's been going on. We got squatting sloths.
Squatting sloths and tracksuits.
That's very nice.
Which
so,
one you did?
main topic. This is the
Fuck all
update
y'all.
from the race. Is Chrissy going to start?
Yeah, Chrissy's
Okay.
the stars.
I can start. So today I had. I'm sorry.
Are you starting tomorrow?
It's okay.
Just
Maggie's-
read, just
Maggie's
read.
mad at me.
So today, I had a great stint today. So Hamza built us a fantastic car. Really.
It's very boring. It's an E36.
Except for the brakes.
I'm sorry.
Oh, cheaties all get out. Cheaties all get
Well,
out.
we had no brakes.
$500 M3 my ass.
Brakes. We thought we had brakes. I knew where we.
You're only upset because it wasn't your idea.
But Hamza really did a great job building just a fantastic car. Really comfortable, awesome car. So
Except for the brakes.
It's a little messy. We had to work with them. It's all good. But we knew that from Friday, so we dealt with it today. And I was in the middle of the stint, so I did I started midday. About
You were the second.
You
Well,
took
third
us
driver.
from
Third
fifth
driver.
to second and back to
Bronze
fifth.
Hey,
driver.
Chrissy, when you got into the car, you were in fifth. And what position were you in when you brought the car in?
third.
Second.
No, I brought it in third.
Second.
You were in
you were
second.
as high as second.
You were in
Well,
second.
while she was driving, she was second. Yes, absolutely.
Wait a second. I forgot to give the whoop.
Woo! Woo! Tricia.
I looked at,
Chrissy
I was
started
driving
out
and I'm
actually
I looked
racing.
up so we have a tower at Barber Motorsports Park. It's a great, beautiful park. We had to say, like,
Gorgeous park.
The whole
Totally.
track
It's
is
like a for
amazing.
reals
The track's amazing,
track.
but the
You feel like
people
you're really a
that
racer.
work here
You're
are
like,
just
holy fuck, I'm somebody.
unbelievable. So
It
I
is
would say-
strongest support I'd say we
Only
get
place
from
that
any
makes
I
track.
have to
It's almost
say-
as good
Real
as
estate
Miller.
owner.
Oh,
Where
it's
Miller
Yes.
apparently,
unbelievable.
if you would happen
got
to
our asses
accidentally drop
spanked.
like a piece of
Literally
paper
at
on the
Daytona
ground,
Bay,
2 seconds later there's someone behind you sweeping it up.
But it's
But these guys are like maybe 5 seconds.
Exactly.
Right, they're
Yeah,
really
exactly.
great.
Yeah,
so,
they're great.
So we were really.
Radio in
So
here.
there's a big tower. So as I'm driving, I'm like going down the street, and I can see the tower out of my side of my eyes, and I'm like, oh, that's a third. And then I was like, oh, I was up to second. So I was up to second,
And you
yeah.
know who doesn't run second in races? Great girls.
No.
I thought you were going to say Chrissy.
No, no.
So I brought it back in third.
Chrissy's
while
mom is
that was
Chrissy's
happening-
mom is first in being awesome.
While that was
First in your
happening,
heart.
Chris
snickerdoodles.
and I were on the third story watching you,
Oh yeah, there's.
and we were looking down, and I said, Chris was like, I wonder if she knows what's happening. I said, is there any chance Chris is looking at the tower? And he goes, not a chance.
Oh no!
Not a chance. He's looking at the tower.
Oh no, I definitely did. I was like, oh my god, it's second.
It's so
And I
easy
was
to
like,
see.
Ah, second.
You know,
And it-
you know why I said not a chance? 'Cause I didn't notice it for my first 2 hours. I was up there. I didn't see shit.
Tower.
no,
Which is why you weren't running second.
really.
No, I was only in the
No,
tower.
no.
Sorry.
Go on, Chris.
Chris, you're up. Well, tell us about what's going on.
How'd you do?
Well, today I started off the track. It was started off the day with us. The car had weird brake problems. It was a little bit better first thing in the morning because actually what we did, we started off the morning. I was dressed in my race suit at AutoZone at 8:40 to get the brake rotors for us. And when I called Hamza, I said, "They're here, they're here." The phone books are here, Hamza.
fun ones are
Things are
here.
gonna start happening
Hudson
now.
started taking the brakes apart. So as soon as I got back, he put the brakes on while I was getting in the car. We were all set, and then we were rushing, and then all of a sudden we were ready to go. And
Somebody
no one
hates
was
these
even getting
motors.
on track at that point. So like, oh well, we didn't really need to rush. And,
Well, I said, I was like, aren't you supposed to be at the parts store? At 8:30?
oh
was
yes,
like,
I should.
"It's-
So I drove
it's
home this
8:30."
rental F-250 with a diesel, and I have to say, something that weighs 8,000 pounds shouldn't be nearly that fast.
I did the same thing. I drove it out for fuel, and drove it out to get when we drove the RV, I guess, is when I drove. When did I drive that
It
thing?
doesn't matter.
And I was
What?
like,
How am I doing 90?
it's got some pop.
Yeah, like
It's
I was on the
torque.
up ramp, but I gave it to Beans like I would my Suburban, just because you have to. And all of a sudden, I'm doing 85. I said, that's a little much. Okay.
And I'd
back
like
it
to
up.
point out to the lovely folks at Enterprise Rental that we here at Everyone Racers never violate the speed limit and always treat your vehicles complete and
Well,
total.
Honda, 85 is a kilometer.
That's not
Exactly,
That's right, that's
exactly,
right.
exactly.
Since you mentioned Enterprise Rental,
In
hashtag
Russia, we use
sponsor.
kilometers.
Hashtag
It's actually
you should
Enterprise
sponsor
Commercial
Rental.
Truck.
It's Enterprise commercial truck rental. Let's be clear.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Hashtag you should.
so I
Fabulous.
drove
I'm
it for-
never gonna get a truck.
By the time I did my warm-up laps and everything else, it was an hour.
I'm never gonna get a
and
truck
And
again.
brought the car in sixth.
dead.
There's only a couple cars you could pass me.
I've already shattered a windshield. I brought one over the
Todd
shattered
has
windshield.
passed
Pass everybody.
Yeah.
And
This is
after
like
having
$300
driven
bucks.
the car
Stop
I'm
us.
yesterday,
like, I'm gonna pay it.
I did a few.
Really?
I did a
I'm
half-hour
not
stand
gonna
track
fight you.
stand.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna pay
Wait
you.
a minute.
That
Wait.
is epically fast, but it's
okay.
because it's well sorted. It's
It
well
is.
done, and it's well
They've put
done.
and we've talked about this before. They put a lot of work into that car,
Yeah.
and it's just really, and you would hate
This is
them
called
if
their
they
bluff.
were
This is
just-
$300.
they're just such
But they're
great
not.
cars.
and the
Okay,
car- the
fair
car
game.
gets fast.
Well played.
Mostly
It's
because
a,
well sorted.
it's a
Anyway,
shatter across the windshield.
Honda's car, we drove
win.
it fast, drove it well. The brakes were a giant mess, and we brought it in sixth by the end of the day, which was great. That's after everyone got through it, and it was a good day.
Yeah. And we already heard how you fix the brakes, so the brakes will be good
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're already done. Like I drove around the paddock, and they were perfect.
Perfect. Glad to hear that.
15 miles an hour.
So-
Only my fuck up. It's only my bad
What's
mechanicking.
not perfect.
Mental.
No.
Mental.
No.
Mental. So I think you read directly from the.
No,
the
let's
notes.
go ahead. And I'm gonna read directly. Hello, my name is Mental, and my T-Bird,
We drove a
not my
shit car
T-Bird, is hella butt
at
broken.
80%.
After I drove it, and my RV's out of propane. I'd like to add that my teammates are incapable of deadbolting an RV door or putting blocks underneath the jacks and leveling the
They're 2 of the
RV.
5.
So that's how I'm doing.
Great, Jeff. How about you?
But you're not Vito.
We were
Stop!
Okay, no.
You have failed, and I had to fix it.
mic drop. This is mic drop. This is mic drop.
Please turn it off before you drop.
Okay.
That was the
I'll
sound.
take Chrissy's mic, and I'll give mine to Craigers.
There you go.
This is a great idea.
Mic drop.
Perfect.
All right, so here's the deal. For those of you listening at home,
Which
Bert,
is everyone but the 8 people
that's
in
right.
this room.
Like,
And Chrissy's
all 5
mom.
of you listening at home, Bert is a rocket.
It is.
It's a
It's
rocket.
been quick all day. It's
Just
been
like
quick all day.
not a guided missile. Straight. Alright? Bert wants to go straight. Bert does not want to turn. It oversteers and it understeers.
At the same time?
No. In the same turn, maybe.
There's a
but not
narrow
at the same
band
time.
of performance.
Yeah, so the brakes have
Like
some
a
sort
light
of locking issue. If I get on them a little too hard, it like the rears lock.
But didn't you solve that?
We solved that. We hope. We hope.
Solved.
We already mentioned that I put on the Wagner Quick Stop /
Right.
Power
organic.
stops.
Organic. No, it's Power
No,
Stop's
organic.
organic.
Stuff.
It's
Oh,
organic.
oh, that's right.
The
The
Wagner
organic.
Organics.
The
They're
wood.
They're
They're
made of wood.
They're made of wood.
Wood and leaves.
So we also cranked.
Hashtag Wagner. You should totally sponsor.
So we cranked the brake controller the right direction.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll be better.
You turned it right, and you hope that's the right well, that's right.
We
It's
do have
not
to remember
left.
all the
So,
jugs are concession.
Jason, who is one of the car owners'
Same.
principals,
We should call him out.
he took
Call
it
him
out. He
Yeah,
goes
he's
at a
literally
2-hour
delivered
stint.
jugs
He
of
brings
beer.
it back and forth. I go out. I've never been in
And
this
heavy
car.
seas
I've never been
brewery.
on this track. I bring it back and
Leaders
sell it.
beer and does
There's
not
no
cut
way I'm
through
seeing a
something.
microphone after Mental
Feeling
gave me
good.
the Apparently,
and
I was a
then we
little
put
too
in a guy who's I
said,
learned
he
has
looked
had
very
some,
close to
a lot more
Amy.
track
Mento was like,
experience than I
that's a
thought.
real sponsor.
So the Brit on our team, we shall call him Richard. Maybe that's not his real name, but
Not Dick.
It actually is.
No,
His
no,
name
no, no.
is actually
I'm
Richard.
trying to protect his
Does he have spots?
He
Does
pointed
he have
out-
spots? If it's British and the
That might have
same
been when I
Richard?
was fucking.
So no, he is not a spotted.
You guys don't
dick.
get it. Thank you.
Not a
Yeah,
spotted
yeah.
dick.
Not Dick.
So Richard actually has had like skippy school and a bunch of other
Dick,
stuff.
Dick's Butts?
So
Dick
he's-
Butt Racing?
That good to help me.
Well,
Dick's
he-
Butts.
he did
Dick's
really
Butts
a good
Racing.
job.
Dick's
He was
That's
Butts.
the
actually
guy
going-
who turned the
6
fastest
dicks,
lap of all of them.
4 butts.
So he was doing really,
And we don't know where the
well,
dicks go, but they
and then
apparently
he
go
got
into
a
the
little
butts.
nauseous, maybe. He got a little. The 2 hour. He's never done a 2 hour shift
Do you have
before
any suggestion of why he may have done
because it had an exhaust leak, which I already mentioned that we fixed.
2 hours is not that
So
intense.
he has never done 2 hours before. He said it got to him a little bit.
I will call BS. He's done 2 hours. So if he has an
Sorry,
Two people for
Richard.
a day.
Our listener feedback says you're
I didn't realize
So
how much
we
I was
were
expecting, but
20
I was
minutes
like,
from
that was
expecting
4
him.
hours. Just get the car and drive for 4 hours.
We were 20 minutes from expecting
And I'm like,
him, and all of a sudden,
why
he
the
pulls
fuck
in
would
an
you do
attic.
that? My wife's like,
Hey,
no,
I
I'm
see.
done
Work
at
has
3.
no radios.
My
Yeoman
wife is like,
has some feedback
3
about
hours
that.
is the limit
2 hours.
for me being.
Wait, so there's like
I'm like,
20
oh, so my
minutes
wife
in
has a
front
3 hour
of the
limit.
lap? No, 2 hours in front
But
of the
now
lap.
I realize I'm like, oh,
I
I'm like fudging a marathon man.
Wait, it takes you 2 hours?
it doesn't take.
No, you don't understand. I mean, I'm a professional.
Oh, okay.
Multi-champion Fist of Fury of Japan. 1 year. I finished first and third. Okay.
That is very commendable.
Congratulations.
Very commendable. So the British guy, who may or may not be called Richard,
I
did
ruin
tank
everything.
slapper and tapped the wall.
like, hey, come into the podcast.
He comes
Like,
in
oh,
20
I'm
minutes
bringing
early.
you
We're
on.
not
That's
expecting
gonna
him, and he says, I
be-
have to get out.
amazing.
So we put the next guy in and say, do 2 laps. Bring it back because we need the fuel. He does 2 laps. We fuel. He does 2 laps,
2 hours
and he
or whatever.
spins.
Or like
So
an
we
hour
had
to 2
3
hours, something, I
stops
don't know.
in 20 minutes.
But it's fucking crying.
And it was
It's
bad.
just fucking-
We went from 7th to 20th.
We could probably do a good
Then we
podcast.
finished the race. We are now in 17th. That's it.
No. Now that's actually commendable. So we went from 7 to 20.
Sharp.
You
Because the
guys
key is they
are
have to be
still
sedentary for a
rolling.
while.
We
In
picked
top
up
20.
we picked
Recharge
up, yeah.
energy.
That's
Well,
legit. That's
Yes, but
So,
sitting
3
in
unexpected
chair.
stops.
and I'm I,
With 15
and this is
year-old
not a
woman
point for
talking
us
to
to
you
start
back
bragging
to the
wiring. It's the
because
wiring.
I know how this goes.
It is complicated.
Go ahead.
So, but to give some folks here, if you've never driven Barber, and we keep ranting and raving about what a beautiful facility this is,
Freaking
come
awesome.
do a track day here. Come do anything at Barber. Come do
Mendel's
the
kinda
Porsche
like
school. Come do the
selling
Mercedes
he's
school.
doing
It's
that.
phenomenal. But Chris,
the
let's
guy.
go around the table. Chris, what were your lap times? Because I think you're the fastest among us right now.
That's
I had a low 154.
It was gorgeous.
But it was first shift of the day, first shift of the weekend.
True.
My whole
seconds
goal was
faster
not to
than
get
that
the fastest
Beetle.
last time, was to bring the car in.
That wasn't even fast.
Not crash anything. And when I brought it in, I said, this car's got another 3 seconds in it.
And Jeff found it.
And then,
Yeah.
and then another driver found those 3 seconds exactly as I said.
And that's it. But because you gave it to it. And now, Chrissy,
Yeah.
Chrissy, we
found
talked
it.
about this while you were out on the track. You were a Lego person with your consistency. It was
Lego?
gorgeous.
I
It was.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I know
It was-
what Lego
it was-
person
no,
is.
here's the
I
thing.
like
The
Lego
videos.
It was.
When you were
You were
like,
so
fucking beat it up.
absurdly consistent.
It's a
Yes,
6
your
buck.
hands are
It
in the
was
shape of a
gorgeous.
C.
No.
fucking
It was,
destroy
this is a
annoying.
compliment. No,
We
it
used to have
was
a
tough.
6 buck.
So
We
what were
we
you
actually
running, Chrissy?
switched back
Because
to
you
a-
brought the car in
I know it.
third place, and you got second place.
Go beat it up my car. Go fucking destroy it. I challenge you.
Yeah, but barely. Just the thing is
spent a year
literally
building
rock
this
solid
car.
all the time.
I
Same time,
challenge
same
you
time,
to
same
fuck it
time.
up in a day.
Jeff, what were you running in the?
So I was driving the.
It took me a
I
little
challenge
bit
you
of
to
time
fuck it up
to
in a
get
day.
to Larry. You
Tippy
mentioned
trippy
the brake issue.
with
I did.
him?
No, not
You
my
know,
builds are not the same as
I
my
know,
builds.
I know. So
And my
you-
builds are the
May
same,
have
and you
gotten
know this.
158, I don't remember.
That's
So-
really close. That's dope.
my laps were like
What you got?
5 or
One?
6
So
seconds
I had
faster
a-
than anybody else's.
My best was
except for
158,
his,
Woo!
which were like
59s,
3 more
and twos.
seconds
I
faster.
It
was.
Yes.
We were running
We
together
played
against
for
Chris
like
And that's what
5-6
I'm
laps.
going with this.
Chris
Yeah,
is nice,
there's a lot of
But
great
everybody else, I'm
time
like,
out there.
dude, go destroy my car.
And just
I
to
fucking
give you guys
challenge
an idea,
to
so
destroy my
when
car.
Chris talks about how fast that car is, I want you guys, I
I
want our
can't.
listeners
I
to
would
have
not
a
be
scale.
able to.
Because they know what they were
know
running. But yeah, you were just
Yeah,
you were
it-
absurdly
I
quick.
know
You were
the
depressingly
misery and
quick.
blood
So,
and
like,
I think we
tears
call
that
that
go into
mad
building.
assing. You were mad assing on that track.
The Beamer today?
I was having a good time.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was having a
they
good-
did
yeah,
good.
one of my favorite things about Barber is there's a lot of details around this track that you have to look to see, especially relating to the sculptures. Like,
Oh
for
my
example,
gosh.
Sculptures are fantastic.
under one bridge, there is a woman hanging by her hands from the bridge trestle.
and she's an addition because she wasn't here last year.
And then
Yep.
if you go on the road on the way out, in one pond,
Oh no, hold on.
Jeff,
This is Jeff's.
Can I tell a story?
Excited.
Please.
This is going to be a side story.
Okay.
So
we do lots of those.
I was the first person at the required track day drivers meeting. I had already taken care of my, quote, morning business, and the entire RV was asleep. Close. It was the one you do where you're sitting down.
we just got a
Same thing.
an E on our
I was
Facebook
trying to
Live.
get
I don't know how that happened.
I was trying to get past
With or
it, and the
without
GBO
laptop.
man suggested something a little different. So I said, I'm not going to go back to I'm not going to go back to the RV and listen to
What
everyone
can you do
sleep.
with
I will
me?
go to the thing. So I ran into the track manager, and the track manager had the flags, and he was going to do the drivers meeting. And I said, this place is fantastic. I love the sculptures. I love this. I love this. And he says, oh, you know, it's so funny. There's this woman hanging herself from a bridge. It's a mannequin. And when you see it, don't pull over and tell us about it. And the guy said, like, who would do that? And he said, well, I had a guy in a motorcycle race literally do 2-3 laps and then pull in to be like, oh my God, a woman committed suicide. You need to go cut her down. Now, I went through it. She's in lederhosen. She has a big long skirt.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like a mannequin.
And she's smiling.
And she's not, yeah.
She's
it was
pretty
just-
happy about
smiling?
it. Yes.
No.
No, she is. She's happy.
She
They have the sense of
Yeah.
humor.
She does have a sense of humor.
Chrissy, you're not going.
So,
Chrissy, you're not going through the turn in a state of calm appropriate to really drink in the surroundings.
Yes, true.
Agreed.
so
It's before.
there's a second part of the story, and this was sort of listener feedback. As I'm talking, and I wish I remembered his name, the guy next to me says, your voice sounds familiar. I listen to the Everyone Racers podcast. Are you
He's still laughing.
And I'm like,
Craigers can't even comment.
I'm dumbfounded. Like, I have no idea who you are. He said, we were talking for a bit. He knew I was from Jersey. He knew you were from PA. He was like, oh, Mental's here. He's only from Atlanta. He has to be here. I'm like, no, he's not here. He's got to go to work. He's like, oh, he's a school teacher, right? Like, he knew way too
my
much
God.
about our lives.
But we think this is fantastic.
Because that means we have like real fans.
We have
I wouldn't go
tens
that
of
far.
them.
I didn't say you
Tens.
were.
Up from 5s to 10.
You know what, Chrissy, you were 100% right. I say from now on we officially
Have
refer
tens.
to our fans as from the 5s to the 10s.
I
10s? Okay.
apologize. I immediately gave him one of the new hot off the presses E1R stickers.
Which
And-
you can only get in person. You
And
gotta
Mental
go to a
cell phone
race.
number.
Or if you give us a 5-star review on iTunes.
We will,
There,
we
there
will
we
send
go.
you.
Yes,
Yep, we'll do a stamp.
absolutely. Give us a 5-star review.
So,
you're gonna
so
stick it.
next,
Looks
shut up and
great
eat
on the
it.
back of your race car.
absolutely.
Or your tow pig,
Or trailer. Or NSX.
So I'm
or
gonna,
toolbox.
I'm gonna apologize. I don't remember your name, but he promised he would give us listener feedback.
But we
Excellent.
love,
Okay.
we love him already. I
Excellent.
love this guy
So
already.
it's the time for Hello Sweeter But Terrible? I think it is. So Hello Sweeter But Terrible this week is wearing a skirt in a race paddock. So we're gonna have a debate here. And I think
First off, it's not a skirt.
It's a utility kill.
It's an action kill.
on the pro side of the debate, we have Craigers here. Craigers, what's the pro side?
It is the most comfortable way to do a race.
Good or bad?
Okay, why?
Skirt in
Why?
the paddock.
Well,
Wait
you
for
don't
him
have
to
any
be done.
construction.
But
it's
it's
nice and
it's
cool.
really cold now.
Oh well, I have some natural insulation.
For our non-Facebook Live listeners, he's just showing his rather manly, hairy legs.
Okay,
Yeah.
but why else? It's cold. It's
It doesn't matter.
How
It's
about
really
riding a
comfortable.
quad?
Say that again.
How about riding a quad with your kilt on?
Well, you do have to hold
It's
it
an
down.
action
Okay.
kilt.
From blowing up.
If I may interrupt,
Oh!
I have
You
some
may
thoughts.
interrupt.
While initially it's kind of sexy, it quickly becomes disturbing, and I have seen you and your teammates on a quad rider at the wrong angle. And I know way too much about your personal grooming.
There's no score like offending Johan.
Your new nickname that only people here at Barber will get is Colt.
Excellent. Yes. Hey, if you didn't want the show,
I'm
you
retired
should
from
have
the
come to the
military next
race.
year.
So
Go get my JD
So I'm gonna
or
go next.
like
I'm gonna go next.
do an MD thing. I don't
For
know.
those of you who have not been
right
listening
now?
since
Double E.
episode 1, other than Chrissy's mom,
Electrical.
I
Sorry,
wear
electrical
I
engineer.
wear all
I'm
the
like,
time.
Do I want to
knee
just say
pads.
like
I'm
fuck
gonna
it
do
all
something here.
and
This
do
is an
something
effect.
totally different? It's not
That is the
dumb.
sound of the microphone hitting my knee pads.
So I'm toying with
Some
doing my
may say
JD
that's
first
not
board.
exactly
Yeah,
manly. But I'm saying
but I get
anytime
2
you wear
years
personal protective
of
gear,
my
it's manly.
wife being the breadwinner.
So,
breadwinner,
no,
where-
Chrissy. What? Just tip, yo.
Safety girl.
Safety first.
Safety girl. Safety girl.
So,
I love it.
That's
so
pretty
I'm
awesome.
saying you
Really.
wear whatever
She's yelling at
you
you.
want
I'm
to
sorry.
wear,
No, I'm
even
like,
if it's a skirt,
I got an
even if
office.
it's
I'm
knee
good.
pads.
So
That's my
let's go
question.
around the horn. Hello, Scooter Brett Turbo wearing your skirt at the track. Krager
So
starts
probably
off.
gonna be
Hella
JD.
sweet.
I'll go with him. Hella sweet.
Just my JD, my Jurist doctor.
Hella
my
sweet.
whatever.
Mary, our fantastic
Yes.
Mary champion.
Ah,
I
you
love
took- you
her.
took mine.
She wears. Don't care.
No,
She's
yeah.
great.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that
No,
sport?
yes.
Go that
She
route.
went
And I was going to go with that.
Wrap it up with something different.
One of my favorite people on the planet. Mary wears
Where
the
yours
action
seems
kilt,
being the
and
military
then
down.
also your
Retiring next
teammate
year.
Curtis.
Curtis.
So you
And
do 20
I
and you're
tell
done?
my students about Curtis because
It-
I'm
it's
actually
a- it's
certain
a
that if
half
Satan
rate
himself
retirement.
was to scuff
20 and
Curtis's
done is
shoes,
half rate,
Satan
so
would apologize.
next
And
summer,
Curtis is one of the nicest
I get
people on the
paid
planet because
$3,000
Curtis,
to $3,500
Curtis fears
a
nothing.
month to not
And
go to
Curtis
work.
wears an action kilt. And I keep asking you guys, where can I get one? So you told me this weekend.
Utility kit.
Where
Not-
can I
So it's not
get?
the worst problem to have.
Thing called Google.
Exactly.
No, stop.
So
It's
utilikilt.com.
taxed and it's
Who should
not
totally
Hashtag-
sponsor
everything in the
us.
world.
They should
We
totally
sponsor us.
sponsor
So
us.
all my utilities are
Because
paid and
I'm ordering mine next week. I am
Yeah.
totally getting a utility kilt. That is just
it's
gonna
it's
the
not
action
like,
kilt.
oh,
and
wow,
it
this
is
is a
gonna rock.
six-figure
So I'm going to
retirement,
mention
but
someone else who wears a
And I
skirt
say
around
hella
the
also,
sweet.
wow, it's kind of freeing.
post. Who had a
Oh,
great
nice.
conversation
Boom.
with
Microphone drop.
microphone
that just
drop.
happened.
Hella sweet.
Hey,
It
he
was
took
me,
my
Scott.
stint in the
Weird.
car.
Do you want to tell that story real quick?
It's all right. I was gonna be in a really fast car. It was great. I tested and drove their car yesterday. We were all set.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
someone else was better. Randy Pope. So if I get bumped by Randy Pope, I'm okay.
Hashtag Randy should totally sponsor
All right.
us.
So let's keep going. Keep going. Jeff, round the
Thanks,
horn.
Tracy.
Keep going around the
Oh,
horn.
sorry.
Go.
Ran the horn.
So round the horn.
Oh,
Keep going.
My phone.
GD Yeoman,
Get
what
out.
do you think?
Ah,
Easy cheese.
All right. GDO man says, but terrible because he says he knows too much about it. Hobsa, what do you think about wearing a skirt in the paddock? Hell sweet but terrible.
I'm not here to tell anybody what not to do or what to do.
Hell sweet but
You
terrible.
do you, I'll do me.
Hell
If
sweet
you're
but
doing
terrible.
you is
Pick
that
one.
sounds-
Pick one.
Press on.
Fine.
That sounds like a
And
hell
it's-
sweet to me.
Give the
Hell
microphone to
sweet.
Scott.
Hell sweet.
Scott
Scott, you're trying to stay up.
Scott of the
Or
Alabama.
Steve.
I'm sorry. Steve.
It's all right.
Steve of the Alabama
I'm
Gun
explicitly
Racing
not here to
guys.
tell anybody what to do.
He says,
Rental
hella sweet.
racing.
All right.
Okay, so I was officially.
It
the
is
answer,
hella
wearing a
sweet.
skirt in the paddock is hell sweet.
Hella sweet.
Okay.
Very
Totally,
nice.
they
Craigers
should totally
wins.
sponsor us.
That's the
Craigers wins.
Let me
6-2.
reassemble. Please let me reassemble the RV and get a shout out because it is time for just
The Tip!
So today's just the
Such
tip.
a
I just
tease.
say, I'm not going to do just the tip. I am
special
talking
guest will do
about
just the tip.
an issue
You're going balls deep.
recently about welding, and I'm
Welding
going to
safety.
pass this off to Craigers, our awesome addition.
guest.
Yes.
Guest, yes. So as Chrissy normally does all the safety tips here, when welding, do not make yourself part of the ground circuit.
Jesus.
So crazy.
Is
Oh.
this a
So-
personal story?
It is a
Oh.
personal story. It is a personal story.
So crazy.
So Mary and Chris with tetanus had an issue with a car. I offered to help weld it. They found a welder. It was a sticky welder. The gun wasn't working right.
And we love tetanus.
We love tetanus. We love Mary
All
and
hail
Chris.
tetanus.
So I set myself up with their borrowed welder and all this, and the gun jammed. And so I said, hey, I need a pair of pliers to pull the wire out of the gun. And as I'm pulling the wire out of the gun, and apparently my calf was grounded really well to the car, and it wouldn't move, so I bumped the trigger, not thinking about where my hand and where my calf was. Sorry, I need to be closer to the mic.
Sorry.
So
Voltage hurts.
voltage
Amps
hurts
kills.
Voltage hurts.
extremely.
And that's
And-
a safety tip from Hamza, and I discovered
Voltage
this
hurts,
weekend,
amps kills.
electrical engineer.
Yes.
EE.
Well, that's the
Can't
issue.
spell the two.
I
Can't spell
I
two
am a
T's.
degreed electrical
I'm sorry,
engineer.
So wait,
What he said.
you drive a train?
Can't spell
No.
What did he say?
Who, me?
No.
Voltage hurts, amps kills.
So yes,
How's this
voltage hurts, amps kills. I took some voltage. It wasn't that much amps, but it did lock the entire right side of my body.
All right, so what happened? So you ground yourself.
I grounded myself. I
The
pressed
voltage went through his body.
well, the current actually went through
Yes,
my body.
yeah.
The voltage is just
And it
potential.
created a voltage
Darn
difference.
Yes,
EE, I
yes,
understand.
I a little bit of
Not to
a
get
little
deep
bit of red
released.
spot on the
Not to
calf,
get deep,
and
not to get deep
I
into the
was
math,
hurt.
but yeah.
I had to take a moment.
To put this in
Yeah, you took a
redneck
moment.
terms, electricity bad.
Yes, yes. So keep yourself out of the ground loop. It's a bad place to be.
Thank you, Craigers, for doing just the trick.
Excellent. Okay. Well, is that about it, Jeff?
That's about it for me.
Okay.
Oh, it sucks so bad.
Folks, thank you. And, well, I'd say we apologize, but I'm kind of proud of this one. So,
You are? Your standards are low.
a little bit.
If it wasn't a
I'm a
standard, it
government
wouldn't be a
employee.
low standard.
The
It's
theme
still a
song is
standard.
playing, so we know what it means. Thank you for downloading us. We hope you enjoyed this week's edition of Everyone Racers
Bonus
Live
episode.
Bonus episode from Barber Motorsports Park at the opening Lemons 24-hour race. We hope you'll join us in the world of driving, racing, and building, because everyone can be a racer, even you. If you enjoyed this podcast,
Maybe
please
not you.
subscribe at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. If you have any questions or want to give us some show ideas, drop us a comment on their Facebook page. 5 stars get you a sticker. Everyone Racers, or like our race team Facebook page, 3 Pedal
Sort of at the
Mafia,
end of the day,
Lemons Race Team.
regardless.
If you'd like to help us produce
I've
the
got my
show,
underwear.
hashtag sponsor us. Thanks again. Until next week, keep the shiny side up. Unless you got any of the crap that's here. No shiny side whatsoever. So just keep the wheels down.
Is that we're clear?
Mental, I'm so sorry for fucking up your game. I didn't realize it was live. I'm sorry.
It's always live.
It's all live.
We don't edit.
They don't edit.
I'm sorry for fucking up your game. And your face was like, no!
We just got them to sponsor us, and you're talking
is-
about panties.
This
I'm
is
like,
how
oh,
good we
God
are.
damn it.
I know. I'm like,
59.50.
His face is quite
I'm
red.
sorry. You're like, no! Like, oh, that was like
Thank
legit.
you.
That was emotional.
Great.
Fuck.
That was great. That was
I
awesome.
know, it's awesome.
Everybody,
No, I was
turn
gonna
around,
talk about it.
turn to
You
Facebook.
talk about it.
Facebook Live. Facebook Live. Thank you very much.
Somebody turn that
Somebody
down.
rip that
There's
duct
nobody
tape
on.